Bandidos. What up, your boy Tux here. So the Division 2's Battle for Brooklyn DLC and Year 7 Season 1 are dropping May 27th, and the devs just held a Q&A live stream. Real talk, it wasn't packed with bombshell reveals, mostly stuff we already know, but there are some solid nuggets you need to know, and I'm here to sort through the noise. Stick with me for 7 minutes as we break down the pre-order situation and a glitch decision that's got the community split. Let's do this.
Wait, did we just become best friends? So nice to meet you. I think you're cool.
Piece of shit wristwatch.
So Yannick with the community manager didn't drop a ton of new info, to be honest. A lot of the Q&A just rehashed what's already out there about the Brooklyn DLC and Year 7, but there are some things in here that we need to talk about, especially on the glitch controversy that's sparking debates. So the top question that came in is, can you pre-order the Battle for Brooklyn DLC? Nope. No pre-orders. Silver lining? Well, you're not locked into the DLC campaign. You can bounce between Brooklyn or New York and progress how you want. In the Warlords of New York campaign, when it was originally launched, once you started that DLC, you had to stick with it until you completed the story. Then you were able to go back and forth within the game. Okay, here's where things get spicy. Yannick confirmed there's going to be no bans for glitches tied to the Brooklyn activation event. So if you don't know what we're talking about, there was this 999 exotic component glitch that's been patched. However, there are several other glitches out there related to the Brooklyn activation rewards track or the season pass. It's a special event that allows you to grind and unlock these caches, but because of some glitches in the game, you can bypass the hard work and basically get infinite caches. Now, hey, I'm not aware of what the devs are or are not aware of. And so this is what he said specifically.
Okay, another question that I also saw in the chat as well is, will you be removing the 999 exotic components from players who receive them via the glitch?
No, we're not planning to.
All right.
We're not planning to. And as to the next question, which I will also just read directly, if players will be banned for exploiting the glitch, no, that one is on us. So we don't plan to punish the players for it.
This is just my interpretation. What I hear is him addressing specifically the 999 exotic glitch, not any of the other glitches. When he says, oh, it's on us, we're not going to ban anybody for that, that's also because that glitch has been patched. In other words, I don't believe he's talking about or is even aware of the other glitches. So if you are taking advantage of any of the other glitches, it is considered an exploit. It's still possible to be banned. And the community is going to be split down the middle. I know what the comment section is going to look like. Half are stoked to farm without punishment, and half are fuming that legit grinders are getting shafted. And that's why we don't want to see glitches like this. I understand the appeal, but it does divide the community. That's because, well, if you've been playing this game for hundreds or thousands of hours, you've worked hard to get your expertise to where it is and put in the grind to collect all those exotic components or whatever. You see a new player coming into the game and getting to where you are in a matter of hours, that could be really frustrating. And on the other hand, it feels like there should be something like this in the game to help new players get caught up. Whatever the case, there's only a week left of this season, so the event will go away, but boy oh boy was it filled with glitches. I'd love to hear you guys' take on this without going at each other's throats. Do you think that the devs should shut this down? Let it ride? And do you think ban free is a good idea? Hit the comments and let's hear it. All right, now for the DLC nuggets worth knowing. Most of it, like the autumn setting, dynamic weather, and no snow, was already announced, but here's what's helpful. So the Brooklyn map is built from scratch. It's not a Division 1 copy and paste, and it's actually described to be bigger. They added more streets, but there's going to be tons of nods for OG players, like the spot you made your agent in the original Division. Also, the story is standalone, but he did confirm that it ties into the main game's lore, so it feels connected without being required. So they're saying that replayability is going to be solid. After the story, you get bite-sized world missions and targeted loot to chase, as well as the priority objectives are going to tie back to Brooklyn. That purple flame for the cleaners is going to be a Brooklyn exclusive flex, so it's not going to leak out into New York, not yet at least. There's no new incursions or legendary missions, and the bigger missions are classified as main missions, not strongholds in this zone. And just one exotic, a themed mask. They didn't want to lock in too much exclusive content behind the DLC. For new players, there's going to be unlimited level 40 boosts, If you're coming in new to the game, the devs say the preferred method would be to play in release order for the best experience. Oh, and there's going to be no land bridge to New York. So from Brooklyn to Woney, it's going to be fast travel only. I do think it'd be cool to cross that bridge, I got to say. They also tease some unannounced surprises. We don't know what they are, but that's something to look out for. So Year 7 Season 1 didn't get much new either. So we're going to see stretch goals back at the end of Year 7 Season 1, but with different rewards, and apparel events are still in discussion. So they're looking at bringing them back, but with a twist. They don't want it to be like it was before. There's still the vague open world reactive feature, but no details. Classic dev move. And here's one. You know that measured assembly gear set? Well, it's confirmed it won't destroy grenades, just skill proxies. So I guess that's suicide drones? What else is there? Somehow, every time the measured assembly gear set is talked about, it magically becomes less appealing. That's because this means a Black Tusk Grenadier can shoot grenades at you anytime he feels like it, and this gear set is just not gonna hold anything back. And grenades coming from tanks, grenades coming from warhounds, what are those considered? Skill proxies? Or are they launched grenades? I have a feeling they're going to be launched grenades. Skill proxies would be the drones in my mind. So they're working on missing exotic blueprints, and it was stated they are aware of the balance between armor and health with damage as the meta. And hopefully over time they come up with something to keep things interesting and challenging for the community. Here's another big one. It did come up, and this is your reminder, they're tripling the scav points for the reset that's coming on May 27th. Remember, all of your scavenger points that aren't spent will be lost, but they will refill your bank to the level of your watch. So spend those now. And they did confirm that they're buffing these scavenging points, which is huge. So they put up this nice little chart, but it's all pretty obvious. So no need to break out your spreadsheets on this. Put it away, boys. Okay, here's a couple of big ones. They're talking about capping the expertise system. And I was just thinking about this. It's sort of getting out of control. We're almost to level 30. That's all we know right now. The other thing is that they're considering, and I don't know what this means exactly, but removing expertise from PvP entirely. So that's the deal, agents. The Q&A didn't reinvent the wheel. Mostly old news with a few gems. So I want to hear what you guys have to say about all this stuff. And if you feel like hitting that like and subscribing, I'd be down with that. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm Tuxedo Bandido, and if you found this video helpful, be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss out on the good stuff I have coming for you. And if you like content like this, be sure to check out the video I have recommended for you right here. If you have anything you would like me to cover, be sure to let me know in the comments below. And thank you to all the channel members and donors who make things possible. Tux Nation wouldn't be the same without you.
When you buy a game from Ubisoft, enter the creator code Tuxedo Bandido to support the channel. Easy peasy.
Wait, did we just become best friends?